تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، خير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Delectable ones in Islam, we welcome you to another section of our class on the book تلخيص صفة صلاة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من التكبير إلى التسليم كأنك تراها of الشيخ الفقيه المحدث محمد ناصر الدين الألباني. We ask Allah Ta'ala to have mercy upon him, and also we ask Allah to reward him abundantly for this marvelous and tremendous effort. Today is the night of Friday, which is the 18th of Jumad al-Akhir, 1446 years after the migration of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Medina, which coincide with the 19th of December 2024 according to the Gregorian calendar. In our last class, we stopped at page number 6. Inshallah, today we are going to continue from page number 7. I ask Allah to grant us tawfiq in whatever we shall be learning. The author said, حكم الصلاة إلى غير الكعبة خطأ. The ruling of praying not towards the Qibla out of mistake. You know, we have established in our previous class that facing the Qibla is a condition for the validity of prayer, and also is a pillar. Do we understand? Which actually indicates that anyone who prays without facing the Qibla, his prayer has become what? Invalid. So here, the author, having established this, he wants to expose us to a reality. Do you understand? Regarding some persons in relation to the Qibla. Do we understand? We've established the fact that facing the Qibla is wajib, is an obligation. Anybody who did not face the Qibla does not have prayer. So now, this ruling, is it a general ruling, or there is a necessity that will remove a person from this particular ruling, such that if he did not face the Qibla, we will not say he does not have prayer? This is what the author wants us to understand. I hope you are getting the concept. Such that if he did not face the Qibla, we will not say what? He does not have prayer. So he said, حكم الصلاة إلى غير الكعبة خطأ. The ruling of observing prayer not facing the Qibla, but not intentional. He said خطأ. Out of what? Mistakes. Somebody said out of kuskure. وإن صلى إلى غير القبلة. If a person prays إلى غير القبلة, not towards the Qibla, لغيم, due to the sky being cloudy, أو غيره, or any other reason, بعد الاجتهاد والتحري, after he has actually made effort and exert all his ability to actually face the correct direction. That's the meaning of بعد الاجتهاد والتحري. He said جازت صلاته. His prayer is what? Is valid. ولا إعادة عليه, and there is no repetition upon him. Meaning, he is not going to repeat that prayer even if he is informed that where he faced was not actually what? The Qibla. Are we getting the concept? The scholars, they explained. They said one who prays not towards the Qibla out of effort is divided into two. They said the first section is one who prays without the Qibla, without facing the Qibla in an Islamic environment. Do we understand? For instance, a person travels from Lokoja, Kogi State, to where? To Kanu, or okay, let's say to Kanu, or Kaduna. Do we understand? So yeah, this person, he does not have anybody in Kaduna, he does not have anybody in Kanu. He now decided to lodge in a hotel. So this person cannot actually say he wants to exert effort to identify what? The Qibla. Do we understand the concept?
No.
The scholar said if this person pray not facing the Qibla, if he's informed that where he faced was not the Qibla, he has to repeat the prayer. Why? Because that place is an Islamic environment. There are masajid, there are Muslims that he can ask. Do we understand? But if he travels to an environment where it's not for the Muslims, it's for the non-Muslim, so this person now made effort to the best of his ability to identify the Qibla, such that he now prayed not facing where? The Qibla. Even if he is informed after that prayer that where he faced was not the Qibla, he will not repeat the prayer. I hope you are getting the concept. So it is this person that is being referred to here. وَإِن صَلَّى إِلَى غَيْرِ الْقِبْلَةِ لِغَيْمٍ أَوْ غَيْرِهِ بَعْدَ الْاجْتِهَادِ وَالتَّحَرِّ جَازَتْ مَاذَا؟ صَلَاتُ. Likewise, a person who finds himself in a desert, nobody is there. He cannot ask anybody about the Qibla, and he does not know the Qibla. He exerted all effort to identify the Qibla. At the end of the day, he prayed not facing where? The Qibla. After he has finished praying, he was now exposed to the Qibla. He's now what? Exposed to the Qibla. So this person too, he will not repeat his prayer. I hope you are getting the concept. He will not repeat his prayer. Although the Malikiya and Al-Awza'i, they said that if it's within the period of the prayer, he should what? He should repeat the prayer. But again, it's not compulsory. I hope you are getting it. So had it been is an obligation upon him to repeat the prayer, they wouldn't have confined it to where? To the period. I hope you are getting the concept. Because anybody who did not perform ablution and he prayed, he forgot that he did not perform ablution. He just went to observe prayer. Now, as at the time he remembered, the time of prayer has elapsed. Are we going to say we will not repeat that prayer? He will repeat it. Why? Because of ablution. I hope you are getting it. So if that is how facing the Qibla is in the case of this person, he will not be excused. They will not consider the time. Just as we will not consider the time for one who prayed without what? Ablution. I hope you understand. So what is correct is that that person will not actually repeat what? The prayer. Do we understand? If he made effort in a town that is not a Muslim town, if he made effort in the way? Desert, he will not pay back what? The prayer. Do we understand the concept? So is there any evidence supporting this? Jabir ibn Abdullah, he said one day we traveled along with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a soldier, among the soldiers. He said we are now the sky became cloudy so that we could not identify the Qibla. So everybody prayed individually. But what they did was that they map out where they faced, because the weather was very, very dark. So everybody placed sign where they actually, or in the direction they faced while praying. He said when the day break, all of them discovered that they prayed not facing where? The Qibla. So they went to meet the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now this is what happened. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not instruct them to repeat the prayer, and he said to them, their prayers are what? Are valid. So the scholars then established that anybody who has exerted effort in a place where he is supposed to exert effort to identify the Qibla, and at the end he prayed not facing the Qibla, that prayer is valid. He does not need to what? To repeat the prayer. I hope this is clear. وَإِذَا جَاءَهُ مَنْ يَثِقُ بِهِ, if a person whom he holds to be reliable comes to him, he holds this person to be what? Reliable. This person now comes to him, وَهُوَ يُصَلِّي, while he is praying, فَأَكْبَرَهُ بِجِهَتِهَا, and inform him of the correct direction of the Qibla, فَعَلَيْهِ أَن يُبَادِرَ إِلَى اسْتِقْبَالِهَا, it is obligatory upon him to immediately turn to where? The Qibla. وَصَلَاتُهُ صَحِيحًا, and his prayer is what? Invalid. Meaning the one he has even prayed before he's been informed of the Qibla is what? Do we understand? Somebody is not facing the Qibla. He's praying not facing the Qibla. This, for instance, you know this is our Qibla.
No.
Isn't it?
No.
So somebody is facing like this. Just like it happened to the people of Quba, Masjidul Quba. You know, they were completely backing the Qibla. When a companion told them that a verse was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ yesterday night, that we should no longer face what? Sham, Baytul Maqdis again. We should face what? The Qibla. They were backing the Qibla, and immediately they did what? They turned. I hope you are getting it. So the scholars now say, if you are praying not facing the Qibla, and someone has informed you that this is the Qibla, just turn and face where? The Qibla. The one you have prayed before you are informed of the Qibla is still valid. I hope you are getting the concept. From this particular hadith, the scholars then say little movement for correction in prayer does not affect the prayer. Likewise, the information given by a single person is also accepted in Islam. Because it was only one companion that told them that a particular ayah was revealed, instructing us to face where? Kaaba. Immediately they did what? They faced Kaaba. Jama, we getting it? So we have taken how many rules? 2. Go. One who prays not facing the Qibla out of mistake, and one who is praying not facing the Qibla while praying is informed of where? Of the Qibla. Jama, are we together? So now where is the Qibla? The Kaaba. Yes, we have. It has been established that the Kaaba is the Qibla. So how do we identify the Qibla? Good. That's what the scholar said. Don't stress yourself. Just know where the sun comes from. I mean, where it rises from and where it's set. If you know where the sun rises from and where it's set, in between them is Qibla. In between where the sun rises and where it's set is what? Is Qibla. Whether it is 180 degrees, I hope you are getting it. In between where the sun rises and where it's set is what they call what? Qibla. So don't stress yourself. Even if you are a little bit, you tilt a little bit, as long as you have not completely tilted from that particular place, you are still facing the Qibla. I hope you are getting the concept. So we should not stress ourselves. The Prophet has already given us what? So how do we know the Qibla? We say where the sun rises from and where it set. If we have known these two, we say in between them is the Qibla. So you can face 180 degrees, you can face 20 degrees, anyone you like. I hope you are getting the concept. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. Now, al-qiyam, standing in prayer. Sheikh said, وَيَجِبُ عَلَيْهِ أَن يُصَلِّيَ قَائِمًا. It is obligatory upon a person to pray while what? And this is an obligation. Because the Prophet ﷺ in the hadith of Imran ibn Hussein, which an Imam al-Bukhari reported, it says, صَلِّ قَائِمًا صَلِّ قَائِمًا فَإِن لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَقَاعِدًا فَإِن لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَعَلَى جَنْبٍ. He said, pray while standing. The only thing that will not make you to pray while standing is if you cannot. That's why I said for in level setting. If you cannot, then faqa'idan. Pray while what? Sitting. If you cannot also pray while sitting, the Prophet then said fa'ala while lying on what? On one of the sides. Are we getting the concept? But so this particular hadith indicates that anybody, the scholars from this hadith, they unanimously agree that anybody who can stand and he refused to stand for prayer, his prayer has become what? His prayer is invalid. Because Allah says, وَقُومُوا لِلَّهِ قَانِتِينَ. The Prophet says, صَلِّ وَهُوَ رُكْنٌ. And this standing is a pillar among the pillars of what? Illa ala, except for the following people. Meaning for the following people is not what? A pillar for them. Because of necessity. Except there are exceptions. Number one is al-musalli salat al-khawf wal-qital al-shadid. The one observing the prayer of fear and severe killing. Hafidhu ala salawati wa salati wa kumu lillahi fa in khiftum farijalan aw rukbana. I hope you are getting the concept. So one that is in the battlefield is not an obligation upon him to stand while praying. Do we understand? Whatever condition he finds himself, he can pray like that. فَيَجُوزُ لَهُ أَنْ يُصَلِّيَ رَاكِبًا. Him is permissible, meaning a person now that is observing the prayer of fear and severe fight. It's permissible for him أَنْ يُصَلِّيَ رَاكِبًا to pray while riding. وَالْمَرِيض, likewise a sick person, al-ajiz anil qiyam, who cannot what? Stand. It's not obligatory upon him to stand. The scholar said a sick person is divided into two. A sick person that cannot stand is of two types. Number one is one that cannot even stand at all, even if you want to stand. Then number two is one who he can stand, but it will be difficult for him, and he's going to serve as a kind of burden upon him. So this person too is in the position of one that cannot stand. So both of them, it is permissible for them to what? To sit down or to pray according to the condition they want. For you suddenly jalisan in istama'a, such person, meaning such person that is sick enough, that cannot stand, for you suddenly jalisan, he should pray while sitting in istama'a if he can. Because the Prophet says, Salli qa'iman, fa in lam yastati', it doesn't say what? Faqa'idan. Wa illa fa'ala jam. If he cannot even sit, fa'ala jam, then let him pray on what? On the side. Do we understand? وَالْمُتَنَفِّلُ فَلَوْ يُصَلِّيَ رَاكِبًا. One that is observing nafila, it is permissible for him to pray while riding. You know, we have already established this. أَوْ قَائِدًا, or while sitting. Insha'a, if he likes. So that means somebody that wants to observe the ratib now. You know, we have some, how many ratib? 12. Go. 2 before what? Subi. 2 before what? Zuhr. 4 after what? Zuhr. Then 2 after Maghrib, and when? 2 after Isha. So all of this, if he wants to observe them, if you like, he can sit. I hope you are getting it. Eh? He has option. Now. Now. Yes. Yes. There is. We have discussed this during one of our classes. So now, a person that is observing this rawatib, do we understand? This rawatib, he is going to, if he likes, he sit down. If he likes, he what? Stand. Even if you have the ability. That's why I said, for long one you said, one that is observing nafila. What do you call those rawatib? Are they nafila or they are farila? They are nafila. So one that is observing nafila, for long one you said, rakiban, it is permissible for him to pray while riding, or qa'idan, or while what? Sitting, insha'a, if he likes. But we will not tell him that the Prophet ﷺ said, the prayer of a person while sitting has what? Half reward. I hope you are getting it. It has half reward. is half of the prayer of a person that stands. So if you understand this, will you decide to sit or you stand? Do you understand? So Sheikh said, if this person that is observing nafila decide to sit, وَيَرْكَعُ وَيَسْجُدَ إِمَاءً بِرَأْسِهِ, he will observe ruku and sujood ima'an bira'sihi, making sign with his what? Head. Meaning he's going to make the sujood lower than what? The ruku. You know, if you are praying while sitting, you are going to sit like this. This is how you are going to sit. Do you understand? A person that is sitting while praying, this is how you will sit. And so if you cannot sit like this, that's when you sit the other way. No. On the ground, and maybe those ones, it will be difficult for them if they sit on the ground to stand up. So this person that sits like this is ruku now. You know, this is how he sit. Go. When he finish Fatiha Surah, he goes to, he bends. For what? For ruku. And he rises. He will not go to sujood. He will bend what? He will go lower than where? The ruku. I hope you are getting it. So if you are praying while sitting, you are not going to prostrate with your forehead on the ground. We need to understand this. If you are praying while sitting, you will not prostrate with your forehead on the ground. You are only going to make sign, show sign. You make your ruku, your sujood lower than where? Even if you have the ability to put your head on the ground.
Those ones are used chair, wheelchair.
Those ones, Aslama, they will not. This is how they are going to observe their prayer.
Some of them will even stand up, go to sujood.
No, they are not supposed to go to
For
sujood.
example, our president, if he's praying at the national mosque, he will even stand up. Having sit like that, if he sit like this, he will stand up, then he will go to sujood.
No. So Allah understand. What is known is that if a person wants to observe, if a person is praying while sitting, he will not actually put his forehead on where? On the ground. He is going to show sign. Do we understand? Any prayer, as long as you have lalura that will make you to sit. If it is farila, you know farila prayer is lalura that will make you to sit down. As long as a person has lalura that will make him to sit down, he will not put his forehead on the ground. وكذلك المريض, Sheikh said, likewise a sick person, ويجعل سجوده أخفض من ركوعه. You see, he will make his sujood lower than where? His ruku. Are we together? Now. ولا يجوز للمصلي جالسا. Please take note. This place is very important. No. He said it is not permissible for one that is praying while sitting أن يضع شيئا على الأرض, to place something على الأرض مرفوعا, raised upon the ground. يسجد عليه, to prostrate upon. No. Meaning if you are praying while sitting, you cannot carry table. You keep table here so that what? It will be easy for you to what? Do sujood on it. It's not permissible. No. Likewise, it's not permissible for you to carry pillow. To what? Be placing your head.
Or stone.
In fact, of recent, I just answered this particular masala. One of the scholars said you should use stone. The other one said yes, you can use stone, but the stone that you use must be fresh one.
Yeah. And there are some that are using wood.
Using wood, yes. All of these things, they are not correct. Okay. Do we understand the concept? Because the Prophet ﷺ came and met a sick person praying with something like a pillow that he was prostrated on. The Prophet collected the pillow and threw it away. I hope you are getting it. He now said, if you are praying in such condition, you what? Show sign. Lower your head for your ruku and make your sujood what? Lower than that. Do we understand the concept? So it is also not permissible for you to touch sand and use it to what? All of these things, they are not permissible. وَإِنَّمَا يَجْعَلُ السُّجُودَ وَأَخْفَضَ مِنْ رُكُوعِهِ. He will only make his sujood lower than where? His ruku. كما ذكرنا, as we have mentioned. إذا كان لا يستطيع يباشر الأرض بجبهته, if he cannot directly place his forehead on what? On the ground. Do we understand? If you cannot directly, anything that will not make you to be able to place your forehead on the ground, What do? You bend down. You bend down by showing sign with your what? With your head. Inshallah ta'ala, this is where we are going to start from. I just hope that we got the mas'ala. It's well understood. The first mas'ala is regarding what? Qibla. You come to Kogi State now. You rented, you lodge at Idrinana Hotel. Now, it's time for prayer. In the entire hotel, let me not mention name, not in the Idrinana Hotel, one of the hotels. Do you understand? And in the entire hotel, no Muslim. It's time for prayer. You now decide to look, and you don't have compass. You now decide to look here and there. Say, "Kai, there's possibility that this place will be the Qibla," so you face that place. When you finish praying, while going out to stroll, you now discover that actually where you face was not what? The Qibla. What are you going to do? What is he going to do? Now, we have two madhab here. The first madhab said the prayer is what? Valid. The second madhab said what? Invalid. So the madhab that said the prayer is valid, what did you hold on? What did you hold on to?
Because there is no Muslim. I pray.
Now. Now.
Because when I found, I discovered that it is wrong Qibla.
Now.
So it's valid.
Now. You understand? He said because there is no Muslim, he has checked there is no Muslim, so he prayed. Later I now discovered that what? He's not the Qibla, so there is no need for him to what? Repeat his prayer. Now, what did you hold on to?
The town is a Muslim town.
The town is a Muslim town, and there are many masajid. You can even hear call to prayer. He has to repeat his prayer. I hope you understand this. Alhamdulillah. So now somebody is praying not facing the Qibla. As he's praying, someone now informed him that Akaramukallah, this place is not the Qibla. What will you do? He will turn and continue his prayer. So what if he has done one rakah before he was informed? Are we together? MashaAllah. So somebody that is sick, of course he cannot stand because of the illness. So this person wants to sit by default. How is he supposed to sit? Good. So how is he going to do his ruku? What about the sujood? So what if I decide, maybe I decide to carry pillow? Because, Sima umfi wujuhihim min athari madha sujud. So I decide to carry what? Pillow, so that me too I will have that athar. It's not accepted. Do we understand the concept? Alhamdulillah. This is what I want us to understand. May Allah bless all that we have said. Wherever we have made mistake, may Allah forgive me. Whatever we have said that is correct, may Allah reward all of us abundantly. هذا والله الموفق والهادي إلى سواء السبيل. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.